This is what my body looks like after training for 10 years consistently in the gym. I am very strong, I am very fast, I have hops, my joints feel good, and among other things, I am very, very happy with my life and my relationships and the direction that it's going and what I do for other people. Do I have abs? No. So should I discount my value just because I choose to eat a little bit more when I'm with my family and friends? I don't think so, and I don't think you should either.
Personally, I would not want to look like this visually, but I still think it's absurd for the amount of people that made fun of him on social media. Given he talked about how good his abilities are when it comes to his performance. He said he has hops, he's fast, he's even happy with how he looks. And even though I wouldn't want to look like this visually, I still think it's crazy for me to even make fun of him, even though I wouldn't want to look like this because I know my goals are not his goals. On social media, it seems like everyone expects everyone to have the same goals, which is to be big and shredded. Not everyone wants to be big and shredded. There are people that have performance goals. Some people want to work on their flexibility and mobility. Some people want to work on their endurance and stamina. Some people want to be fast. Some people want to work on their strength. We all have different goals. So I also know there's an argument to be made for people who've been training for performance goals to indirectly get lean from it, but not everyone cares about being lean. I would say people who care about being very lean probably suffer from body dysmorphia or place a lot of their worth on being lean or even having abs. And also, to be lean, you have to care about your nutrition. This guy probably doesn't care about his nutrition as much as other people, which is okay. Not everyone wants to be lean. And if you're working on performance goals, for most people, being very lean probably doesn't help their performance goals. You have to be in some sort of calorie deficit to be lean, guys. And this guy doesn't care about it. As someone who's been bodybuilding for over 9 years, I would honestly say I barely suffer from body dysmorphia, and recently I added running into my routine, and maybe it's because I'm suffering from midlife crisis. I'm 28 years old now, but it has been extremely fun adding running into my routine. I know some of you would call this hybrid training, but after training naturally for 9 years, as some of you may know, the progress starts to slow down significantly. So at this point, yes, I'm able to make gains, but it's so insignificant that most people would not even realize the gains that I will continue to make but myself. And it's low-key boring. I think I had more fun when I was able to make more progress when I was newer into training. But adding in running into my routine, I'm able to experience new gains all over again, and it's kind of cool to focus on a performance goal rather than how I look visually. I'm also 28 years old now. I do think it's a really good time to start strengthening my heart. I've been running for almost 2 months now, and I even noticed that running has been helping me with my bodybuilding training. I do think my heart is getting stronger, so if I'm performing higher reps on a specific exercise, for example, a compound exercise, I realize my heart rate is not getting as high. Or even if I'm doing supersets, which is when you do an exercise back to back, my heart rate is not getting as high. And I'm able to just perform better when doing these things. In general, my resting heart rate is also lower, so that's also cool to see. I'm able to see this by having my Apple Watch on, which I don't have one right now. Overall, I do think adding running to my bodybuilding routine has been a great addition, and I highly recommend anyone who just focuses on bodybuilding to add in any sort of performance goals, because the problem with bodybuilding, I do think it's really easy to suffer with really bad body dysmorphia, because with bodybuilding, you only focus with how you look visually, and that could affect people mentally. Most times people aren't able to achieve the look they want, because most times I think it's because people have the most unrealistic goals on what they could achieve. So I do think straying away from how you look visually and focusing or adding a performance goal could help you out mentally. There is more to fitness than just having muscle and just focusing on how you look visually, focusing on how shredded you look. There are many performance goals out there. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and until next time, peace.